So becoming free is one thing, but how to stay free, and that is trust.
So now you just have to let go and be with the blue.
Yes, thank you. Because the canvas isn't totally square, I stretched the circle a little bit so the space around the edges would be the same. And because of that, I've got like this new thing to reflect on. So you're saying the conversation or the interaction between the circle and the frame has resulted in the perceived distortion, which gives it life because it takes it to another dimension.
Yeah, we distort each other's thoughts, make them unperfect.
So as soon as we have a conversation, the distortion of that conversation brings the potential for like higher level of insight. So
exactly,
it's fucking cool, man. So you can't even notice that it's been stretched, and I really like that. But then I found myself today putting the actual circle in the middle, and considering making it clear that the circle's been stretched.
It's almost like it can't speak unless it's hidden. This certain thing, whatever that might be.
Like I'm looking for certainty. I'm looking for knowing something, and and it doesn't want that. It's not how mystery comes to life. We have to somehow break before the mystery starts breathing. You know, even when it breathes, we have no fucking idea what it means still. It's very interesting that you're measuring the effect of these things, because for me they are, machines, actually, and that's the level that I want to work on, actually. And so that's since doing the dimension, exploring the dimensions with those images I gave you. It's clear that that's the work now. It's just to build machines that resonate on higher and higher frequencies.
Just recently I've been making new movements on a canvas, and the guidance I got from that, or to go in that direction that I've gone in, is based on synchronicities that I became aware of through writing since that canvas started. So that type of awareness for me is a different kind of learning, and it comes from observing and letting go at the same time, sort of thing.
Now you're only doing one circle. And 3 vibrational portals, but only one at a time. And you have experience of all of them. Now you only need to make them expand. Understand them better. Within you. Through you. And then it will appear on the canvas.
The last one had 8 points. It was 2 squares. The one before that, there was 2 squares at the nucleus, because 4 was a very basic sort of limited perspective. It's a value. Our identities are important. It's our story. It's what we come to experience ourselves as. But at some point, when you push towards higher states of consciousness, you start to dabble with freedom from that identity. So that's what that sort of represented to me with the unlocking squares, the 2 squares unlocking. So there's 8 points there. So the logic was, I want to push it further. Throw in another square and see what happens, because let's keep the language the same, because I like continuity. You know, if there's continuity, then it's almost like in the canvases, it's almost like the language has expanded. Like when I put the 3 squares there, then I saw the double hexagon. At that point, I was like, how many triangles fits into 12? I was like, oh, there's 4. So I used the points of the squares to create 4 triangles. And when I put the triangles in, the next fucking hexagon was inside. I was like, oh my God, there's another one inside. It's bringing me in. I had no idea that was going to happen. I can access more guidance if I let go more. You know, it's like, you know, and that in a way is the freedom process. It's the letting go of the deceptions vital for our identities, the beliefs that we have about ourselves and the world and our experience of the world that are vital to hold our identities and our perspectives in that box. So I've had this intention for a while, based on some guidance, to create a connection portal on Canvas. But nothing is coming. There's no possible way of me figuring it out. So I'm just sitting and waiting. While I'm having this dilemma, I'm going through this really dark phase of significant resistance to this part of me that is feeling disconnected, while pondering how on earth I'm going to expand my experience of connection. And I only just realised after our call the connection. Oh fuck, there's the word again.
I got this belief in, I seem to have a trust, but I don't know in what anymore, you know? But so I'm sort of hanging on to the trust. Yeah, it's weird. Like, how can you trust something that you don't even, you know, you don't get it? Because it's all memory of it, all experience of it in the past has been sort of deleted from the memory banks and left me with just this vague trust. It's bizarre as fuck.
It's like so many different agendas, and some of them are rooted in despair and fear, and some of them are rooted in peace. I feel like I would sacrifice anything just for peace these days, because there's nothing really of higher value in life than that which brings peace, you know, whatever that is, you know, whether that's sacrificing something or doing something that I don't want to do that feels uncomfortable. If I have a sense that it's going to give me peace, then really I need to follow that path, because I've too many years of not being at peace, you know, too many. And what for what?
What will happen next is the further expansion of self, further freedom of self. That is you. Your path to freedom.